Oh, could never let your kids play in an alley behind a liquor store now.
Structure with the garages in the barn.
I don't remember the
wacky
Kent
delivery
Street
trucks and all.
address. Do you?
1919, I think.
1919 Kent.
It's also in the neighborhood in Echo Park.
I think
Or?
you were too
Yeah.
little.
Kind of, yeah. And
Before that, I think was Pickford.
Scary.
probably. Anyway, when we
But
lived
you
in
thought
that
it was a
house
game.
on
Yeah.
Kent Street,
It was a game. But yeah, we don't know
there
the
was a
difference.
girl who lived down the street, and we wanted to build a swimming pool.
What'd you do?
So we got some kids, and we went and we started digging on the side of their yard. And after we had dug and dug and dug, the mother came out and said, "What are you guys doing? You know, you can't do that." So we had to fill it all back up again.
I do remember if anybody got a penny,
Yeah.
we'd all go to the store and figure out what we could get for the whole group of us. It was, I don't know, I
About
mean,
4 or
but-
5.
yeah, and we could buy for a penny. We could all have something.
So we would usually end up with a stick of bubble gum, and we'd cut it in pieces.
So did you used to celebrate Thanksgiving as kids? Did your parents celebrate it? So what did they do? What did your parents do for Thanksgiving? Or what did your family do?
I think we used to go to Auntie Sophie's. She always used to have big things.
Did you eat borscht or would you eat turkey?
You know, I can't remember that, but I remember we used to go for Jewish holidays to Auntie Sophie.
Seder.
We have that
And it would
one.
take real long time, hours and hours.
Where did she live?
She lived kind of in the neighborhood that Ron lives in now.
And you would take public transportation or drive?
No.
My father would drive us.
I can't remember if it's from a photograph or an actual memory when I was a
These
child.
sweaters being
But I remember, the sweater is becoming a nest. But I remember a table laid out with all these bowls of borscht that were kind of milk and magnesia pink with dollops of sour cream on top.
Where was
For
that?
some, I think it was at Meadowbrook, at you know,
Oh, uh-huh.
the table there.
What did you used to eat? What else did you eat at those Jewish holiday gatherings?
Grandma's room.
Oh, we always had gefilte
That was
fish.
pretty fun.
Well, it would depend on the holiday. For Hanukkah, we'd have potato latkes, and for
Everything's new.
New Year's, we would have honey leche for dessert.
You used to go to somebody's restaurant and the whole
Oh,
family. did.
right.
And there's a picture that
For
you
everybody,
have of the whole family. And I have it, I scanned
Right,
it.
I think
and
they all have
put it-
gefilte fish in front of them. or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, did both of your parents work in the store or in the deli? Was it a deli or a store?
It wasn't really a store.
That was a deli.
It was a deli, but they used to have canned goods, and they sold wine. And my mother used to make like potato salad and coleslaw.
Who shopped there?
Who shopped there? The neighborhood people.
Well, it was a really busy corner right there at
Oh, yeah.
Sunset and Echo Park. People would get off the streetcar and take a bus, and so there were lots of people there. And and remember that corner thing that he had full of bread, Jewish bread?
Yeah.
They used to come in for the rolls and the
Jewish
breads.
customers mostly or no?
No, every kind.
Did he ever have famous customers?
No, I don't think so. When my father had a store, I guess, that went down on, was it Sunset? It was farther down. It was the last store I think they had.
Oh, on Normandy.
Normandy.
That was sort of in Hollywood.
And
This
there
was
was
a-
an actor that would come in every once in a while. He'd been in quite a few movies, but I don't remember his name.
And that was at a different time or the same time when they had the deli?
No, that was different.
later.
And did he do music during that same time or no?
Sometimes they call him from the union to go play somewhere, but not very often.
When did he get out of doing music mostly?
I think when he married my mom, her brothers were all in the deli business, and they got him started in that.
Yeah, but that was when the Depression hit. When they first got married, he was a musician and so forth, but then when the Depression hit, couldn't get jobs that much, then he went into the deli business because of my mother's brothers.
Did you talk about how he learned to become a musician?
I did before.
On tape? Oh.
Not on tape.
Are we taping this now?
Yep.
Oh. Now I'll get self-conscious.
Yeah.
Sneaky, aren't they?
Been taping for 39 minutes.
But that would be interesting, Mac. Talk about Dad.
Never mind. 21.
He was brought up in the orphanage.
Yeah.
Does he know who his parents were before he was put in the orphanage?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He had his mother with him all the time.
So he wasn't an orphan.
I sort of scammed the orphanage.
Why was he put in the orphanage?
He was put in the orphanage because
Wow,
the
that's a
father had died and the mother couldn't really care for him that well anymore.
We have a
Because-
picture of his father.
Sorry, sweetie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so they put him in this orphanage, and that's where he learned to be a musician.
So he learned cello and all the instruments?
And cornet and
Clarinet, saxophone.
It's a one-man band.
cello.
And you said he was in the Tsar's army band?
That's so cool.
We have a picture of him with the Tsar's band. They're all dressed up in uniform, and they have, I think it's a Russian wolfhound as their mascot.
Sounds like a scene from Here to Eternity. No, all quiet on the Western Front. That's what it sounds like.
I have a patient and he has the same picture.
Oh, he does?
His dad was in that picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he brought it in.
Did
Oh,
you look
did you look?
carefully to see if...
I couldn't tell, but it looked exactly the same.
As the same picture?
Yeah, it looked like it was the same exact picture as his dad.
Huh. We should find that picture.
How old is he?
He is 89.
Who are you talking about?
Well, but
Patient
Grandpa would
appearance.
have been a lot older.
No, it was his dad.
Oh.
Yeah, so it could have been.
So that sounds right. We also have a picture of our father when he was in the Argentine Army Band.
Just switched armies. So you'd be their
When he
band.
switched ships.
Passport to any army, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's what he
Can't be that many
did
people
when
that
he
did
first
that.
got to Argentina. He
Seriously.
started- He got in the Argentine
unique.
Army Band.
Was it the Army? I don't think we
remember
have that
going
picture.
in the Meadowbrook apartments there
I
and
think
seeing him play
I
cello.
might
One of
have
the
it.
last times he probably played cello. And he had Parkinson's pretty badly. So I just remember him like shaking while he was playing the cello.
Natural.
Sherry used to call it the boom boom.
I did, maybe Tolly did. I don't remember.
Maybe
calling it
Tolly.
the- He makes us that fault. Well, what?
Okay, I think enough taping now.
Oh, right. We used to
It
leave
wasn't
notes
on our
or something.
property.
Oh, okay.
And they had a little bench,
That's right. Bide a week.
bide away.
Pretty calm down.
When your parents worked together in the deli, it was all day, they were gone all day?
No, my father would open and stay until my mother would go in the afternoon, and he'd come home and have lunch and have a siesta. And he'd take a little nap for a couple of hours and go back, and my mother would come back and give us dinner.
How long did they do that?
Gosh, that was years and years.
What's that first, when they had the first deli, that's the first deli that they operated?
Yeah.
what was the one before? I don't even remember.
Was it in Long Beach? I was working in some store in Long Beach.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think that might be where he's got his first store by himself, not with his wife's brothers. And I remember when we were little, very little, and we had a maid taking care of us. And I got mad at her. And I said, I'm going to go to the store. And it was quite far. We used to have to take the streetcar. But I decided I was going to walk. So I had my slippers on. And I started to walk, and the maid said, well, wait, I'll go with you. So she took Maxine in the stroller, and we all walked to the store. And we got there, and I said, where's Mama? And she said, oh, she went home already. So my father had a customer. He says, would you take them home? My mother was so scared. She got home and nobody was there. And she saw my shoes were there.
Oh, also, that same woman, was she Russian?
I think so. Baba?
Yeah, okay. So somebody had given us a little baby chick as a present, and we were keeping it in the house and keeping it warm. It was staying near the oven and everything, and it got bigger and a little bit bigger, and all of a sudden it was gone. And we asked people, you know, in the house, well, what happened to the chicken? And they said, oh, it ran out into the street, something like that. But what really happened was that the maid took it home. And when it grew big enough, she ate it.
Why did you move from Long Beach to Los Angeles? Do you know?
Well, there was that big earthquake in
Oh,
Long Beach.
it was right after the quake.
Wait, when did you live in Long Beach? Were you born in Long Beach?
No, I was born in a Hollywood hospital.
I think,
And Helen was born
In the French hospital down in Chinatown, but I think they just closed that hospital.
I think the Long Beach earthquake was 1933.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So you actually were living down there for a while when you were really little, or
yeah, we were
Yeah.
in Long Beach,
where did you live there?
on Broadway.
Near what? Near what?
It was right near the ocean and Bixby Park. But now they have the freeway go through there, so you can hardly find it.
Huh.